Okay, good morning. Today is another Wednesday. It's October 8th, and today we're going to discuss Grammar 4. For those who have been here for the last few weeks or months, you know that our previous lesson was Grammar 3. So definitely today we're going to cover Grammar 4. And why is grammar so important? Although this is just a minor lecture, definitely grammar holds the structure of your thoughts and your sentences. That's why you should not take it for granted. It's very important because in your speaking grading criteria, grammar accuracy holds 25% of your score. Same as in writing. Okay? And definitely it does affect your reading subtest because if you do not know the proper structure of sentences and text, definitely the comprehension will be affected as well. And in listening, of course, sometimes, not sometimes, most of the time, a lot of people mishear or misunderstand certain audio files and they supply wrong answers just because their grammar accuracy level is low. Okay? Sometimes narinig mo yung word in plural form when your answer should be in plural form, pero since you did not understand that specific feature of grammar, yung simpleng nakulangan lang ng S, it can already be a grammatical mistake, which can cost you points, point deductions. So sayang naman, right? Nakulang ka lang ng isang S kasi hindi mo siya nagawang plural or ES, then definitely it can add to your errors. And every point counts, right? Nakulang ka lang ng isang point, hindi mo na ma-achieve yung band score na desired band score mo. So definitely, grammar is important in all areas. So even if this is a minor lecture, please pay attention. And of course, I am really encouraging everyone. As I can see, you've already brought your notebooks. Please do participate so that we have retention. Retention is very important because this is going to be a 2.5 hour lecture. I'm not sure if you can still remember it after the lecture. So definitely it's important for you to start writing down sentences for retention so that you can nasasabayan nyo. Hindi kayo ma-overwhelm sa one topic at a time. Because today we're going to talk about two topics in grammar. That's modal verbs and conditionals. All right? So, pay close attention because I will be giving you a grammar activity at the end of the lecture. Okay? So hopefully masagutan natin ang tama lahat. All right. So, let me tell you why Grammar 4 or the fourth grammar lecture in IELTS is about modal verbs and conditionals. First of all, when you learn modal verbs, it helps you expand your knowledge in the different ranges of grammar accuracy, flexibility, self-expression, and definitely your tone. Okay? The way you write and the way you speak will depend on the grammar structure that you have in mind. Okay? Your sentence structure can change the tone of what you're saying. And tone is very important both in writing and in speaking. Okay? We don't want to be misunderstood. We don't want to be misinterpreted by the examiners. Okay? So, first importance of modal verbs, why we should be learning modal verbs is because if you have a good knowledge about modal verbs, then it's easy for you to show grammatical range and accuracy. Okay? Because we will be talking about words that help you express possibility, necessity, and advice. So later on, you will find out what I'm talking about. And definitely using these words such as might, can, could, yan kasi modal verbs. It helps you express yourself in a more accurate manner and in a more versatile way. And of course, the way you speak will sound more natural when you know when the right modal verbs are supposed to be used. Okay? Sige, before I continue talking about the importance of modal verbs, kasi parang yung mga mukha niyo may mga question mark na eh. So, sige. I'll just display real quick the list of modal verbs right now. Okay. When we say modal verbs, they are words that express ability, probability, obligation, and permission. Words such as can, could, may, might, will, would, must, shall, should, ought to. Those words can be interchanged, and I'm sure all of you are asking, bakit hindi pwedeng could? Bakit can? Because in every situation, you need to know which modal verb is appropriate to use. That's why we will be discussing that today. Maraming students na nagtanong sa akin, Mami, bakit hindi would yung ginamit natin? Bakit will? Have you ever asked yourself that question? Yung mga grammar Nazis dito. Well, bakit minali mo? Or sir, bakit minali mo tong part na to? So there's an explanation for that. Definitely. Okay? So, express ability, such as, I can go to your house today. Can you attend the party tonight? Yes, I can. It expresses your ability to do something. Okay? And of course, probability. Probability such as ought to, or I shall, I will. Do you remember in our grammar 3 lecture, I mentioned when there's a difference between using will and going to? Sino sa inyo nakakaalala nun? If you guys remember that, I'll be so happy because it means I'm an effective lecturer. So who among you can actually recall the difference between will and I am going to? I did give a big emphasis on that last time we had a grammar lecture, which was, I think, 2 weeks ago. So let me check if your brain cells are working. Pag will ang ginamit sa sentence, it expresses your willingness to do something, but it does not express commitment. Commitment. So it means there's a high chance for you not to do something. Okay? You're willing to do it, but then you did not commit to it. So that's why you have to be very clear with what you're saying. So will you do it or are you going to do it? Because when we say, I am going to do something, it means you are sure. You are sure that you have planned to do something and you have committed to do it no matter what happens. You got it? That's the difference between will and I'm going to. Kaya nga, diba, yung binigay kong example last time, will you marry me? The question in the proposal is, will you marry me? Because you're not imposing your partner to marry you. You're asking for her hand. You're asking for her approval. So, hindi mo sasabihin sa kanya, you are going to marry me. Because that is a narcissistic attitude, and we hate narcissistic people. What the narcissism? Well, what I mean is, you're not going to impose to your partner to marry you. It's a proposal. So, if you change the structure of the sentence, it defeats the purpose of a proposal. Because a proposal ay pag-aalok, right? So, whether the person approves it or not, you have to be willing to accept the answer. You have to be willing to accept the results. Pero pag sinabi ko, I am going to marry you, it means I'm sure. I'm 100% sure. I want to marry you. I am going to marry you. Wala na akong iba bang pagdududa. I want to marry you. I am going to marry you. Okay? You got the difference between will and am going to? We're going to have a lot of that today. So please, I hope your brain cells are fresh enough, or probably you got your coffee today to awaken whatever needs to be awakened. Okay? So do you understand now why it's important for us to talk about modal verbs? Wala man lang sumasagot. Ayun, ganun sana, okay? All right. So, we will be discussing how each word will be used today. But first, we're going to talk about modals for probability. Okay. Do you know the meaning of probability? It comes from the word probably. Okay. When we say probably, it could happen and it couldn't happen. There's a probability it will. There's a probability it won't happen. So there's a chance. That's the important thing. There's a chance, okay? So let's take a look at the example sentences of modals for probability. It's snowing, so it must be very cold. Okay. Sino dito naka-experience ng snow? I think you, Argel. Am I right, Argel? Okay, tama naman yung name. You've experienced snow? How about others? Ako, I have experienced snow. Yung totoong snow. What I mean is the environment is full of snow. Okay. So, there are times, even if it snows, it's not that cold. Tama ba?
Not in Canada.
Not in Canada. Okay, so in Canada, it's always cold. How many degrees?
I experienced -40.
Oh, -40?
Yes.
Ano, grabe! Tasan natin yung aircon para masanay kayo. Just kidding. Okay, so
January.
hindi po kasi ganun ka-intense yung lamig or yung snow sa Europe. Actually, it doesn't snow there every year.
Yeah,
Sometimes
I have experience also there in Europe, but
snow.
the fall in Europe or the winter in Europe just fall in Canada.
Really?
Yes.
Samantalang when
I have experienced both.
Really? Okay, okay. Actually, nagugulat ako. Baka hindi ko rin kayanin yung Canada. Kasi when I experienced the cold in Europe, my ears would be frozen and my face was numb already. So I don't know. I don't think I can handle Canada. Sige, ibang bansa na lang. All right, so the first sentence says, it's snowing, so it must be very cold. So since it's snowing, you know there's a high probability that the weather is cold. That's why we use the modal verb must. Okay? So, kagaya ng sinabi ko kanina, in some places, even though it snows, it's not that cold. Like in Europe. Kung kailan nga nag-snow, hindi naman ganun kalamig. That's why we use the modal of probability, which is must. Because sometimes it's not that cold. All right. Thank you for sharing your experience. At least now we have a better context, right? Next, he could have missed the train. The modal verb used in this sentence is could. So, he could have missed the train. He could have not missed the train. Okay. He was late for a couple of minutes. He could have missed the train. Or probably he stumbled upon a friend while on his way to the train station and they talked for a couple of minutes. He could have missed the train. I remember a Japanese proverb or a saying. Have you heard of this saying before? It's about trains, actually. So let me share it with you. They say that in Japan, there's a famous saying. If you get on the wrong train, it's best for you to get off the nearest station. Because the longer it takes for you to get off, the harder it gets. And the higher you pay for it. And we're not talking about trains here. Grabe naman. Yes. So definitely, do you get that? Saying? Na parang, the more you delay something, the more you stay on the wrong train, the more it costs. It doesn't only cost more money, but it also costs your time, your effort. So if you feel like you're in the wrong train, and that maybe it's about time to get off. Uy! Yun pala yung inspiration ko today, Cassie. Okay, so that has nothing to do with modals for probability, but probably you could make a decision now. Okay, this bill can't be right. So the modal used here is can't. This bill can't be right. Probably we're talking about, let's say, a restaurant bill. Okay, so you received your bill at the restaurant, and di ka makapaniwala kasi parang siya na naman talagang malaki yung bill. It was just the two of us who had dinner. Bakit naman umabot ng ganon? What did I order? Ganon. So, this bill can't be right. There's a probability that the cashier or the manager made a mistake. There's a probability. Or, I made a mistake kasi hindi ko pala na-check ng maayos yung menu. Right? For example, I ordered steak and then I thought that the promo is still ongoing, but apparently the date today says that the promo has already expired, so I'm probably wrong. And probably the bill is right. Yun lang naisip ko. So, there, you get it? Now, make a sentence using one of these modals for probability. Must, could, or can't. Pwede ring negative. Must not, could not, can't. Okay? Make a sentence that talks about probability.
What about maybe?
Maybe. That's not a modal verb. Modal, it's not a verb either. Maybe is categorized as, let me check.
I can make example here, but maybe not applicable. The one is arrested maybe for being arrogant, so maybe it's not correct.
Okay, so let me just go back to the slide. These are the only modal verbs that we're going to discuss today. Can, could, may, might, will, would, must, shall, should, and ought to. Okay, please write at least one sentence with modal for probability. And I'm going to check the sentences of the participants here. We have Catherine, Sai, Kurt, Lime, and Sheila. I'm waiting for your answers. Wala si Ulysses today, ah. Yun pa naman yung pinaka-active. So, pag gagamitin natin yung modal verb, such as the first example, pwede kang magbigay ng condition. It's snowing today. So it must be very cold. Or I woke up late today, so I must be late for work. Or I could be late for work. Right? Okay, anyone who wants to show their answers or share. Okay, please read it aloud. Kasi hindi mo alam, confident yung mga yan na magbigay ng mga answers nila. No, I'm gonna ask you to read it aloud. Since I'm sick, I think I can't go to school. So I can't go to school. Okay, yeah. Since I'm sick, I think I can't go to school. Yeah, that's probability. Ibahin mo lang yung structure, ah. Since I'm sick, I think I can't go to school. Para talagang probability. There's a chance you will, there's a chance you won't. Okay? Anybody else? Yung mga best in recitation dito. Mitchie, Argel, Limay.
I could have been happier if I stayed home. Just for example.
Me too. I could have been happier if I stayed home.
Is that right? Is that correct?
Yes, I could have been happier if I stayed home. Okay, I know si Mitchie gustong-gusto niyang i-share yan. Okay, tell me. Okay, yeah, that's right. How about you, Delphin?
Get getting 12 p.m. so the lunch must be ready.
Nooks. Yeah, that's right. Hindi nag-breakfast to. Iniisip niya na agad yung lunch eh. Okay, how about you? Did you try it again, please? Next, so next na lang. Okay po, sige, sige, sige. Alright, so let's move on to talking about the present. Unahin muna natin yung present, okay? Mamaya yung past. Ah, wait lang, si Limay. I am sick today, so I could not participate very well. Since I'm sick today, ginaya ka nyo. Charis. Sick din siya. Since I'm sick today, I could not participate very well. Okay. Now let's use modal verbs in expressing present. The present. Okay. So this is the pattern that we will be using. We will use the modal verb must plus infinitive. The example sentence is, she must be on the bus. Okay. Might, could, may, plus infinitive. She might come soon. So we're talking about the present. It expresses something that could happen in the present. Okay? Can plus infinitive. Infinitive is yung be or come. Yan yung mga words na yan, okay? She can't be at home. Pwede rin naman gawing negative yung modal verbs. Hindi lang siya pwedeng dagdagan ng ed or es, yung mga modal verbs. Pwede siyang gamitan ng contractions pero hindi pwedeng dagdagan ng any other ed or es, okay? So, she can't be at home. Okay. So, if we're talking about the present, we can say, let's say, she was able to leave the house on time. She can't be late. For example, hindi niyo ako nakita dito on time. Like 9 a.m. na, wala pa ako dito, ganun. Where's Ma'am Shannon? Hindi niyo ako nakikita sa classroom. She left her home early this morning. She can't be late. Okay? Nun pala, nandun lang ako sa kabilang room. So, something like that. Okay? Another example is, is not in the lecture room yet, nor she is here in the review center. She must be on her way. Okay? Yun yung nangyayari sa kasalukuyan. She must be on her way. But you're not sure. Baka kasi hindi. Baka nakalimutan ko man may lecture today at nasa bahay lang ako, right? Something like that. Okay, now let's talk about the past. The pattern is, you have to remember these patterns because later we're gonna have a quiz. Okay? Grammar quiz. Sige, babalik ko yung slide. Baka gusto nyong i-take note yung pattern. And it's also good to take notes. Why? Kasi the more that you write something, the more that it will be engraved in your memory. There's something about writing that actually makes you remember things more. To me, ganun kasi. That's how it works. I don't know how it works in your brain though. Grabe. Okay, talking about the past. Ayan yung mga bagay na gustong-gusto nyo talaga no? Pag-usapan natin. Ang past. Pero, pag dumating si past, magugulo si present. Joke lang. Okay, so, this is the sentence pattern. Have plus past participle. Past participle, yun yung words na forgotten, work, depende sa kung regular or irregular yung verb na gagamitin mo. Past participle, yun yung gone, shown, forgotten. Okay? So, let's read the examples. She must have forgotten. So, magkaiba siya sa example kanina na, where is Ma'am Shannon? She must be on the bus. Present tense yun. Nasa bus siya ngayon. But now, ginamitan natin siya ng past participle, so she must have forgotten. Forgotten makes it talk about the past. Okay? Another example is she might have worked late. She hasn't gotten enough sleep and she's very groggy at the moment. She might have worked late. Okay? So since we use the past participle worked, we're talking about the past. She could have taken the wrong bus. Okay. How come she's not here yet? How come she's late? Oh, I think she must have taken the wrong bus. Can't have? She can't have stayed at home. Okay. So probably, hinahanap nyo nga, let's say, ibuhin ko na lang yung name. Let's say Anna. Anna was expected to be in a certain place or venue because she's the host of the party. But everybody's looking for Anna. So sabi mo, she can't have stayed at home. Why? Because when I asked her parents, she's not home. So she can't have stayed at home. Probably she could have taken the wrong bus. She could have lost her way to the venue. There are a lot of things that could probably happen to Anna. Okay? Pero nakikita niyo ba yung difference ngayon? Because we're talking about the past. So I need you to write a sentence using... Write a sentence expressing past, the past, using these modal verbs. Okay? Pili ka lang ng isang modal verb. Gamitin mo yung structure na modal verb plus past participle. Okay? I'm waiting for your answers, guys. Even sa mga participants, Sheila, Rhea, Mark, Lime, Kurt, and Sai, Catherine, I hope you do participate. If you feel, in any way, if you feel intimidated to share your answers, please send it via DM. There's an option here on Zoom that you can privately send me the message if you feel like you're not confident with your answer. Pero mas okay if i-display nyo yung mga answers nyo para ma-correct din natin if ever there's a mistake. Okay? Okay? There was a lot of paperwork, so she could have stayed up late. Yes, Sheila, that is correct. Best in grammar talaga tong si Sheila, oh. She used the past participle stayed. Nak, sana all nagsistay. Huy! Walang nagre-react ah. Si Cassie. Okay, there was a lot. Pero stayed up, it's a phrasal verb which means nagpuyat siya. Okay, so it's not related to what I said. There was a lot of paperwork, so she could have stayed up late. That's a very good sentence, Sheila. How about the others? Among the 7 participants, only Sheila dropped her answer. Oh, we have Kurt. She might have told you the wrong answers. Oh, wag kayong mangungopya kay Kurt. Bibigyan niya sa'yo wrong answers daw. Okay, Kurt, that's correct. You also used have told.
Is considered the past participle or the plus. We must have do things the way we did it.
We must have done things. Yes, that's right. We must have done things the way we did it. Things, them. Them pala yung pronoun. We must have done things the way we did them. Yeah. Bakit? Where's your sentence?
You must have seen how the dish is.
He must have seen how the dish was cooked. Okay. Food talaga iniisip nito. Do you wanna go out and buy some food? You seem hungry.
May utang pa siyang kanta sa atin, diba?
Siya ba yun?
Sample.
Is it Delphin?
Yeah.
Oh, Delphin!
Remember Dolphin as a
Yeah.
sample
He has
of
a
his song.
he has a talent. He's musically inclined, right, Delphin? Alina. It's a request from Argel, not me.
Wala daw ko sa labas.
That's okay.
Ako na lang ito.
What's the weather?
Ako, wala akong karaoke.
Come on,
Speaker.
gagamit kami ng -1.
Yeah.
What song do you want?
Can you
I'll play it. Thank you for reminding us, Argel.
Bago po
It's for our break and intermission.
Oh yeah, that's right. Intermission number, Delphin. So you have to be here in front, okay? When you sing. Now or later? Baka mamaya, umalis to eh. Okay, go, tell me. Sige.
Paano kami matututo?
Oo nga, paano naman kami ano yan? Makalalaman mga ibang words. Wala na kami. Ano naman yun, ma'am?
Ito ba, ito? Can't have eaten. Julie can't have eaten her lunch yet. So, kailangan mo siya gamitan ng past participle, which is eaten. Okay. Julie can't have eaten her lunch yet. Hindi ka pa nagbe-breakfast.
Kaya.
Oo nga, kaya sample eh. Oh, may isa pang samples si Sheila. Ooh, she might have loved him deeply, but things didn't work out. Oh, grabe naman yun. Minsan kasi ganun talaga.
Let us add up to the example. Is this what my mind is a correct answer? A correct example? It must have been love, but it's over now.
Oh! Parang bakit ganyan yung mga topic?
Yeah.
That's the lyrics of the song!
Yes, I know.
Must have been love, but it's over now. Uy, ang ganda ng boses ko, I fair. Charis!
And then, ma'am, that's a warmer for the face.
Oh, yeah! Yeah, definitely! Warm up. Ako na nag-warm up for you. So, have you chosen the song yet?
Kaya ko lang po yun, meron po kaya malala sa video ko eh.
What is it? Tell us.
1% po.
What's 1472?
In my eye.
Kabisado yung number sa video, okay? Beautiful in my eyes.
Wow.
Halata namang inspired si Delphine this morning. Bakit kaya? What's the source of inspiration? Let us know. But first, let us witness your beautiful voice. Tara na, game na. Game na?
Wait lang.
Okay. But I think kaya doon pumesto si Argel para harangin ka niya if ever you try to escape. Okay. He might have forgotten his promises. Ayan, Lee, may talaga namang dinuktungan mo pa yung sinabi ni Sheila. Ay, perfect sa'yo to, Delphine, no? He might have forgotten his promises. Wow. Okay. She might have loved him deeply, but things... Ayusin nyo naman yung mga sample nyo. Para namang masyadong, sawi sa pag-ibig tong mga to. Kaya ba hindi kami makarelate ni Cassie? Hindi kami makarelate. Ayusin nyo yung mga examples nyo. I-uplift nyo naman yung yung romance and love. Okay, let's talk about modals of ability. Ability means being able to do something. All right? It's as simple as that. You don't need to complicate it anymore. Modals of ability means you can do something. Kaya nga pag sinabi natin, may I go out for a while? You're asking for permission. Kasi, alam mo, baka sabihin ni teacher, no, you can't. You can't. Pag sinabi ko, no, you can't, it means I have a strong answer na hindi pwede. Pero since tinanong ni student, may I go out? It's a more polite manner and it does not express ability. Unlike kapag ginamit mo yung can, could, okay? Ibig sabihin nun, there's a high chance that you are able to do it. All right. The refrigerator is broken. Can you fix it? Yes, I can. I have the ability to fix the refrigerator. But if you're trying to be polite and you're asking for permission, may you fix the refrigerator? Yon, magkaiba yung tone, di ba? Binago ko lang yung modal verb, nag-iba na yung tone.
Ang pwede ko yung ability yan nagtulad sa skills.
Like what? What skills?
Meron po. Parang skill mo lang dito.
Yeah. Teaching, driving. I can drive. I can teach.
Ability.
Ability. Uy! Delvin, no, may nagkakaisahan ka na namin. Ay, kung Michi sabi mo, I can sing. So, ikaw din. Ikaw din pala, later.
Delphine yun.
Dapat kung kay Delvin, you can sing. You can sing. Diba?
Do it. Do it.
Do it. What if? Okay.
Tampo lang mo daw muna natin beautiful in my eyes. May naman, may
You-
example.
Ano yung kakantahin mo? Beautiful in my eyes. Eh, ano? We wanna know.
Mga 5 weeks lang.
Okay. So anyway, I can play the piano. She can. So what I was saying earlier, if you use the word can, it means you are capable of doing it. All right. For example, can you help me out? Yes, I can. I'm free. Ibig sabihin nun, you have the ability to help me out. But then if you change it, may you please help me on this? Pwedeng ang tanong doon, less intense siya sa tone. Kasi ibig sabihin siguro hindi kayo ganun pa ka-close. So, may you please help me? Pero kung close na kayo, can you help me? Ganon, di ba? Do you get the difference of the tone when you change the modals? Alright. So, pag naman past, I could read at 4. Means 4 years old pa lang siya, nakakapagbasa na siya. She couldn't dance until she took lessons. Couldn't dance. So ability, pwede rin siyang gawing negative by adding not or making it a contraction. Could not, couldn't. Okay? Can, cannot, can't. All right? So, I was able to fix the computer yesterday. Pag naman ginamit natin tong sentence na to, it's on the last part. I was able to. It means you have a specific ability and you are able to fix the computer yesterday. Okay? Now let's talk about modals of obligation and advice. So when we use modals of obligation and advice, it simply means that you're giving a suggestion. All right? Or you're stating that someone is obliged to do something. For example, children must do their homework. It's an obligation. Another obligation. Delphine must sing in class today. Parang sa'yo na iikot yung mga examples today, ah. Which gusto mo naman, di ba? Okay, we have to wear a uniform. That's an obligation at work and at school. Ito naman advice. Ang ginamit natin modal, should. You should stop smoking. You should stop smoking. All right? Another advice could be, you should listen in class. You should take the exam soon and leave the country. Leave the country, I guess. Okay? Make a sentence using modal of obligation. You can use must, have to, and should. Either of the three. Basta kailangan it expresses obligation or advice. Okay, I'm waiting for your answers, guys. Okay, I'm waiting for answers from Zoom participants as well. Okay. Just give me a sec.
Kasi, maraming kita na halimbawa pupunta ka sa hotel lobby, halimbawa kung makapunta ka Australia.
Sa bata-bata po, pangarap ko magsundalo. Pero sasali po ako sa battle. Kaya po. So, hindi po ako sundalo, nag-agriculture po.
Halimbawa sa hotel, sa mga lobby, sakso po.
Oo, saka sa mga ano din po, sayang,
Totoo, kasi,
kaya po siyang sinasabi ko lang po sa sarili ko, kung ko lang po tayo. Kaya kasi na ako doon. Dahil nasa doon po pa ako. Ako kay good. Kaya sa inyo, markila pa ako.
ito. Ibang feeling yun. Pagka ito yung butukan. Ano yung buhay ito mo yun. pag lumalakad yan.
Okay.
Oh, yan. Kunyari si Master. Sige. Example.
Ano yan? What is it?
He is sharing us about
si Ma'am.
What is it?
he is sharing us about his dream to his wedding. He
What?
is dreaming that he would sing or
Oh!
play an instrument while
While the woman is walking down the aisle?
yeah.
What do I have to do with that?
when you come out and then you
Oh my god!
when you come out, it's just a sample.
Cricket sound. Awkward. So what song are you gonna play on your wedding day? No, I'm asking you, what song are you gonna play?
Biggest man.
Pang wedding ba yun? Hindi yun pang wedding. Okay. I'm asking. Oh, ito na si Ulysses. Hi, Ulysses. Welcome. I was waiting for you to enter the Zoom meeting because alam ko isa ka sa top most participative in class. So, yeah.
Aren't they here only the
Oh, Argel is asking your locations. Where are you from, Ulysses? I think you mentioned it to me last time, but I forgot. I think most of them are from Nueva Ecija.
Ang may nakawala ng ano ko eh.
Who? The boys are gone.
Jacket ko rin, jacket.
Jopet! Anong Japet? Si Jopet, si Marco, tsaka si Aaron. Judgmental nito. It's recorded. Okay. Okay, I didn't say anything though. I didn't say anything. Simpsons. The Simpsons.
Is that look like Sunday? Look like Sunday, right? Yes. Sunday.
I think it's because UK have closed the applications in UK. That's why Marco and Aaron are not here anymore. But I don't know. At secretary ka ba? Oh. That topic should be for later. Okay? So, ayan na. Meron na tayong active participant si Ulysses. Ulysses, Ulysses, by the way, para maging updated ka, we're talking about modal verbs. And we're already covering the topic obligation and advice. Mm.
Wait.
We can talk about that later. Okay. Let's move on, guys. Sample sentences. Yes, please. You should take your medicine. Ay, parang applicable yun kay Delphine. Did you take your medicine today?
May Cassandra din po. May sakit daw siya.
Uy, inaano ko, you should take your medicine. Okay, what else? Dapat her, kasi lalaki ka.
Dapat ay.
Ano ay? I should stop. Uy, inaano ko. Ay daw. Sorry, she's the one being chased. Period. Uy, ay, wow. Hello siya. Ang cute.
Yeah.
Ang cute. We have to wear face mask in hospitals. Yes, that's definitely right. Sabi ni Ulysses, okay ma'am, sorry po nag-aayos ng promotion. What promotion is it, Ulysses? Alam mo, hindi pa kita nakikita dito sa classroom. You should attend the class. We would love to have you here. Magaling kasi siya mag-participate dito pag pag grammar. So, I'm curious to see him in person. Ah, pumasok siya nung si Sir Kevin. Ay, Ulysses, pumasok ka daw dito nung si Sir Kevin. Ah, sabi niya, last weekend, ma'am, nag-attend po ako. Ah, talaga, Ulysses, you were here last weekend. So, tuwing weekend ka lang ba available? Yes daw, sabi niya. Cassie. Yes daw. Every weekend lang daw siya available. Oh, that's why. Okay, I'll see you on Saturday then. Okay, any other people who want to give their sentence samples?
You must develop and improve your vocabulary in English.
Great! That's a perfect advice for Delphine. You should study well so that you can improve your vocabulary. Sabi ni Ulysses, see you, ma'am. Ooh, okay. We're gonna see you on Saturday then. Okay, class. I have unmuted the microphone already, so please let's take our class seriously now, okay? I don't wanna damage my reputation. Delvin, stop it. X example. You should have the table. You should move the table beside you. Okay, that's a good example too. Thank you. Yeah.
You know, follow the rules, as he said.
Let's follow the rules. Okay, that's a good example. Uy, sinasagot ka. Kala mo daw totoo. Okay, mamaya yung examples niyo dapat sagutan na. Para fun! Para fun, di ba? Alam niyo ba guys, yung mga nandito sa classroom today, gumagawa sila ng sample sentences tapos nagsasagutan sila. Parang si Lee May tsaka si Sheila nagsasagutan ng mga pangsawi. Okay, next let's move on to modals of permission. When you're asking for permission, okay? So when you're asking for permission, that shows politeness and courtesy. Okay? It's very good that you ask for permission. Kasi alam mo yun, hindi naman pwedeng basta-basta mo na lang gagawin yung isang bagay. You really have to ask for permission, right? Could I leave early, please? You may not use the car tonight. Can we swim in the lake? Okay. Could I ask for your number? Pero hindi na kasi uso ngayon yun eh. Could I ask for your social media or your IG account? Usually people would ask for IG accounts. Ano ba dapat? Ano ba dapat?
Ay, tayo sa labas.
In English?
Lutuan na lang.
In English, could I ask you out? Diba? Could I ask you out on a date? Ooh, okay. What else?
Mas malakas pa.
Ano? In English, English.
Ako sa tingin.
Delvin, can you please take it seriously? Like, give real examples in English, please. Mitchie, how about you? You may not enter the room. Can we go out tonight? Can we dine out tonight? That's asking for permission. Can I use your phone to call my friend? Can I use your phone? Sabi ni Sheila May, oh my God! Can we try again? Oh! Oh my gosh! May pinagdadaanan talaga to si Sheila.
Wala.
Kaya pala hindi ka pumapasok, Sheila. May pinagdadaanan ka pala nowadays. Doon talaga sa mga example sentence nakikita yung mga hugot, no? Can we try again?
Can we try?
Oh my gosh.
Try mo ba?
Tata. If you're going to the market today, could you please bring me some fruits? Whoa, napaka-healthy living naman ni Catherine. All right. What's your favorite fruit? Sugar apple. Atis is sugar apple? What is atis? Hindi ko nga alam yung sugar apple. Hindi ko rin alam yung atis.
Star apple.
Star apple.
Star apple, guys. Isa-search ko nga kung ano yon kasi I don't know the Filipino names of fruits.
Sugar apple or custard apple. I just think of it.
This one! It's like sweet and sour a little bit? Or is it sweet?
Sweet.
Sweet. Iba pala yung nakain ko. Sour eh!
Kapuyakan.
Baka hilaw pa. Medyo late? Lahat sila, matamis yan na, matamis yan. Biglang, You could take a nap before you start your work. Yeah, you could take a nap before you... Wait lang. Nandun tayo sa modals of permission na. So, applicable yung sentence na yan sa modals of obligation or advice. Such as you're giving a suggestion. You could take a nap before you start your work. Diba? So, basahin ko tong... Okay. Tama yung kay Sheila tsaka yung kay Catherine. More examples, anybody? Are you asking me to do that today? I'm not ready. Okay, but maybe. Oh nga, wala pala akong work today. We can go. I mean, I have work, pero mamayang gabi pa naman. Let's go. Yeah, the sentence is correct actually. Okay. You're so cute. Okay, anybody else? I think we're done with modals of permission. Now let's talk about modals of habits. Okay, when I lived in Italy, we would often eat out. Modals of habits, we use modal verbs such as would and will, okay? John will always be late. It's a habit. Other examples using would and will? Okay, let's do this. Tapos na tayo sa modals pag natapos tayo dito. And we're gonna move on to conditionals, but we're gonna have a 5-minute break before we move on to conditionals. Okay? All right, sample sentences. I will call on other names kasi puro na lang si Kurt, si Kath, si Dane, si Dane, si Kurt, si Catherine, si Lee May, si Ulysses, tsaka si Sheila, yung sumasagot dito. So, why don't I call on other names here, such as Mark, Rhea. Mark, Rhea, can you please also try to participate with sentences?
Is this good? Is this a good example, or I would rather spend my winters in England than in Canada? Is that a habit? No.
Habit is more of something that you do daily. So I guess whenever I go in the afternoon, I would always work out. In the evening, I would go to the gym. Kinokontra yung mga examples nyo kanina na puro food. We can spend hours talking about our future. Maybe we could change it to we would spend. Kasi can is more of like ability to do something. Pero pag ginamit natin yung would, is like something habitual that you do. We would spend all night talking about our future. Okay? Or we would spend the evening watching our favorite series. It's a habit, right? We would spend evenings watching our favorite series. Catherine, every time I ask him for the truth, he would always lie. Would. He would always lie. Oh, that's sad. If it's a habit that you will always love somebody, then I guess it's pasok sa banga, right? Ba't puro title ng kanta yung ano yung kanina?
Hindi, baka po kasi sabihin, pag sinabi ko po kasing direct, I will always love you.
Ano?
Hiningi ko lang po yung title.
Okay. That's actually a correct example. Anybody else? I will be there for you for the rest of your life. It's a promise and a habit, right? It means you choose the person every day until your last breath. But bang sa senti ng mga ano yung sample niyo? I always watch Netflix after the class ends. Ah, Lime, yun pala yung ginagawa mo every time the class ends. What are you watching on Netflix nowadays? I don't find anything interesting. Bukod sa Alice in Borderland. It's not. Hindi mo kinumplete yung title eh. Anyways, yeah, ang pinapanood ko nowadays is Alice in Borderland Season 3. Pero naboboring ako. Or hindi lang ako nakafocus. Kasi usually when I'm watching TV, I'm not gonna spoil. I'm not gonna spoil. What I mean is, siguro kasi habang nanonood ako Netflix, nagsa-cellphone ako. So, hindi ako makafocus talaga sa pinapanood ko. Pero magpo-focus ako, ulitin ko yung episode 1 tsaka 2. Pero ang gwapo ni... Oh my God, ang gwapo niya sa season 3. Oo.
Yun ba yung ano, yung game?
Yeah, oo. Alice in Borderland. Kawasaki. No. Asaki. Wait lang. Alice in Borderland. Pass. Nag-trending kasi yung video niya sa TikTok kasi nga nag-blow up siya. Yeah, it's on Netflix already. Si ano? Ang payat niya kasi sa season 1 tsaka 2. Ngayon tumaba siya sa sa season 3. Nagulat nga ako, parang di ko siya nakilala. "31 years old, September 7, 1994." Hmm. Okay, sample sentences, anyone? Everything good? Si Arisu. Arisu. Gwapo ni Arisu. Nanonood din si Kirk na, no? She knows the character. All right, if no more questions, I'll give you a 5-minute break and let's continue with the grammar lesson and we're going to talk about conditionals.
Recording in progress.
Okay, so now that the lecture is being recorded again, let's continue. Okay, so for those who have just entered the Zoom meeting or na late or yung mga bagong dating po, today's lecture is about grammar and our discussion is actually about modal verbs, which we've already done on the first half of our class. So right now we're going to continue with the second half of our class, which is about conditionals. All right?
Mga pinapasok ko ba sa real-time?
Ano? Ano sabi mo? Hey, kung narinig ko yun wag ka sa akin magpapa-coaching. Okay, let's move on. All right, we're going to talk about conditionals. So did you know that conditionals are actually words or structure of sentences that talk about possibilities or imagined situations? So parang sa mga mahilig dito mag-daydreaming or yung mga delulu. Hello sa mga delulu. Alam niyo ba guys kung ano yung delulu? It's a short word for delusional, meaning you love to imagine things and to create things in your mind or hypothetical situations as well. All right. So, for example, you are delulu sa crush mo na kinrush back ka, right? So sometimes it happens because human error, I guess. So, conditionals describe possible or imagined situations. We have 4 types of conditionals. First type is zero conditional, first conditional, second conditional, and third conditional. From the word condition itself, you're going to condition a certain situation in your mind. Okay? So, we're going to talk about hypothetical situations. Pag sinabi natin hypothetical, it has not happened yet, but it could happen in the near future. For example, an example of a hypothetical question is describe a vacation. Describe an ideal vacation with your family. So, hindi ka para mag-describe ng bakasyon na na-experience mo na with your family. Okay? You're going to describe a vacation that you are imagining and you are going to pursue maybe in the near future. So, ang gagamitin natin, past future tense. So, the reason why it's very important for you to know what kind of structure the sentence has is for you to be able to supply proper tenses, okay? Which we had a discussion about for the last few weeks. I think 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, we started with grammar 3, and grammar 3 focused a lot on verb tenses, okay? So let's move on to why we should talk about conditionals in IELTS. Why is the knowledge about conditionals important in your writing and in your speaking? Okay? So definitely in writing, there are a lot of hypothetical answers that you will be coming up with, especially because you're interpreting data. You're interpreting a lot of statistical data. So, merong part dun sa writing mo that you're going to even give what you think could happen because of the trend that you see or the data that is being presented on the task card, on the task description, okay? So let's first talk about zero conditional. So this is the pattern for zero conditional. You're going to use the word if. So one way for you to identify that it's a conditional sentence is when there is the word if. Okay? If, and then you're going to use present simple tense. For example, if you heat water to 100 degrees Celsius, it boils. Zero conditional are sentences that express general truths or facts. Kasi totoo naman, if you heat water to 100 degrees Celsius, it will boil, right? Another truth is, if people eat too much, they get fat. All right? Well, it really depends because there are some people who are bulimic or anorexic, which is a totally different story. But it's a general truth that if you eat too much or excessively, then the result will be that. Okay? So, what are other examples of zero conditional? Ano ba yung mga habits and general truths? If you jump off the building, you will die. That's a general fact, right? Okay, sige, isip kayo ngayon. Actually, Kelvin, we're encouraging everyone to actually participate. So I'm gonna get you pen and paper so that you can write your answer. Hang on.
Okay lang, no?
Oh, you have a pen?
Hindi ko kasi.
Hindi ka siya ng 20. So, I'm just kidding. All right, so what are other general truths and habits? And facts, I mean. If you go on a, what do you call that? If you go to Hong Kong Disneyland, you're going to see Disney character Mickey Mouse. Yeah, that's right. Or another truth could be,
Go to London, you could see the Buckingham Palace.
I'm sorry?
If you go to London, you could see Buckingham Palace.
Okay, yes, that's a general truth, definitely. Or if you study IELTS, you could pass the test, right? If you study, you could pass the test. So, nagigets ba yung conditional? Pag may ginawa ka, ito yung magiging result. That's what it means. But we're talking about zero conditional, meaning we're just focusing on general truths and facts. All right? If he eats the poisonous apple, he will die. Right? Or Snow White na lang, sige, she. If she eats the poisonous apple, she will die. If Prince Charming kisses her, she will wake up. General truth about Snow White, right? What else? If you are a diligent student, you will pass your IELTS, right? Sige, gawa kayo ng sample sentences. I'm also waiting for people to send their answers here on Zoom. Sheila May, if you forgive, your heart feels lighter. Meron talaga siyang pinagdadaanan. Sheila, are you okay? Do you need a one-on-one heart-to-heart? Charis. Okay, That's a really good sentence. Anybody else?
If you go to Antarctica, you will see many things.
That's right. Hopefully penguins lang. Ayoko ng polar bears. Yeah. The polar bear is scary.
Polar bears are not in Antarctica. They are
In North Pole?
North Pole.
Ah,
They are
really?
in the
I didn't know that. But now I know. I'm today years old when I found out that polar bears actually exist in the North Pole, not in Antarctica.
Antarctica.
Fun fact, guys. Polar bears, I have a fun fact too, actually. Did you know that polar bears' fur is not actually white? Actually, their skin is black. But their fur appears to be white because they need to camouflage in the snow. Diba? For protection. And they need white fur so that they can absorb the heat. Because they live in really extremely cold temperature. Yes? What is it?
They cannot cross.
They can.
They cannot.
That's so far though.
Yeah, and because of that, they will be crossing in the equator, and they cannot what do you call that? They cannot tolerate the heat. So
Yes.
if they cross.
So kaya pala nila mag-swim and then go to other oceans, ganon?
Yeah, but they cannot cross the border of the equator.
Because it's extremely hot.
Yeah,
Not for them.
They not. The water is not suitable for them. Temperature. So the penguins is only in the Antarctic regions, on the south of the Earth, and then the polar bears only resides in the Arctic region in the North Pole. So they have their separation and they have their environmental boundaries.
But I want to go to Antarctica one day. Seems like a very fun experience. Tapos pag nandun na, ayoko na dito. Alright. Uy, may ginawang sentence example si Lee. May ikaw yung subject. If you work hard, you will succeed. Yes, Sheila May. Buti naman yung example mo ngayon, hindi na masyadong broke.
At the home SP.
Okay, sige.
If I look at her right, I will guess right.
Teka lang. I-correct natin yung structure.
Mali pa ba yun? At na-vomit nga ako kasi.
If I look at her right now, I'll smile. I'll smile.
Ako na pa.
And I will get smile. I'll smile.
Akala ko pa papangiti.
Okay. Yun ba yung ibig ko sabihin? If I look at her right now, I'll make her smile.
Akala ko bibigyan niya.
She'll smile at me. If I look at her right now, she'll smile at me. Ang confident mo naman. Bakit? Bakit? Ito na yung kay Lime. If Delphine keeps practicing his singing, he could get better. Huy! He could get... Inaano ka ni Lime! Lime, joke lang. Actually, ito yung sentence niya. If Delphine keeps practicing his singing, he could join a singing competition. I don't think so. Joke lang. Huwag ka naman ma-hurt. Ang sensitive mo naman. If Delphine keeps practicing his singing, he could join a singing competition. I doubt it. Like that. Huy, general truths tayo, guys. Hindi yung mga probability lang, May probability to, hindi to general. That's just a probability. We're talking about general truths and facts. If Delphine keeps quiet, everything would be perfect. Diba?
The surroundings will be...
What? Tama na, masyado na natin binibigyan ng emphasis si Delphine today. Iba naman. Si Kelvin naman, kasi bago siya. Yes, Kelvin. Bakit na-late ka? Alam mo bang 9 a.m. ang start ng lecture? 11 na. Busy. Galing po kayo sa work.
Nagkakalimutan ka.
Ay, wow!
Hindi kasi magtatanong ng mga estudyante.
Hello, magandang gabi. Next Thursday.
Ang daya ni Sir Kevin. Ayaw niya ako papasukin na Thursday kasi konti lang yung students. So makakauwi siya kagad, di ba? Yun na nga eh. Pero nagpa-check kayo ng riding.
Parang hindi yun, no?
Okay, asan na yung mga sentences? If nagigets nyo na yung zero conditional, it means move on na tayo sa first conditional. Okay? So, on the first conditional, this highlights things that could happen or future possibilities. Okay? Pag sinabi natin possibility, it could happen. Alright? So, the example says here, if it rains, I won't go to the park. So, it's a conditional sentence kasi you're imagining the situation, right? Kung uulan, hindi na ako pupunta sa park. Alright? If it rains, the set will be canceled. The set. Okay, next. If I study, I'll go to the party tonight. If I study, I'll go to the party tonight. Probably her mom wants her to study first before going to the party. Okay? Tama lang naman. Unahin, priority, right? Know your priorities. What's that? I'm not familiar with those kinds of terms. What's geng? What? Ano yun?
Party.
Geng means party. Ba't ka nga magalit? So, sino makakapag-unlock ng meaning ng geng-geng? Uy, wag na.
Mga ano nga lang po yun, yung mga box, mga tambay.
Tambay. And then, what do they do?
Alam ko, baby.
Yung mga mahilig mag-vape-vape, tambay, ganon. Oh. Sa ano, sa Shell, di ba mauso yun, yung tumatambay? Like, you're gonna bring your tables and chairs, camping chairs and tables. Yeah, dun na. Astig po yata yung geng-geng. Okay. What else? Future possibilities? If I process my papers this month, I'll leave the country next month.
Sa meaning po siya.
I already have my IELTS certificate though.
Sandra.
Greece, Athens, Greece. Yeah, I lived there for 7 years. And I regret coming to the Philippines. Coming back to the Philippines. Just kidding. What do you mean?
Meaning.
Well, Philippines is your country, like your home country. But then if you've already experienced life in another country, you wouldn't want to be here. Right? I mean, aside from family and ties, like friends, you wouldn't want to live in the Philippines. The system is so slow, it's corrupt, everything is like behind in terms of technology, in terms of in the medical field, in the law, everything is behind. We're a third world country. Let's just face reality, okay? So when you already have a standard of living abroad and then you come to the Philippines, you're like, what the? Right? Tama mo ba? You were in Australia too, right? So what can you say? But the standard of living.
You have been there already?
Hindi lang po halata. Hindi lang po halata pero
You're constantly. But no,
Okay.
I wanna keep the sa kanya.
Joke lang! Ikaw lang pwede mag-joke.
When you were living there, there's no one monarchy at all. Yeah.
Yeah, no naman na. No naman na.
Fantastic.
It was just fun life in Athens, Greece. One of their beautiful features are their islands. Sobrang kakaiba yung culture nila doon, and definitely every corner is IG worthy. Ganun. So, mali yung term na Instagrammable sa mga gumagamit nun, it's wrong. It's actually supposed to be IG worthy or Instagram worthy if you're trying to describe photos and stuff like that. Okay, so first conditional, what else? If I marry her, we'll build a family. If I marry her, we'll build a family together. That's something that expresses real future possibilities, right? What are other... Yes, Cassie, what is that? Hello? Nagtatasa ka with ang Niya. What's up? You're so cute though.
If I work out and balance my night, I can achieve my body goal.
All right, that's a good sentence. All right. Yung example niya, if I were to balance my diet, I could achieve my body goals. Yes, that's right. Malapit nang matapos ang 2025. Kamusta naman ang mga New Year's resolution natin? Sagutin mo naman daw yung sentence niya. Gumamit ka ng first conditional.
Sa body ko, wala po body ko sa'yo.
Ay, wow! Perfect! Perfect! If I were to, what do you mean? If I were to exercise daily, I could have better cardio condition, cardio muscle condition, right? If you exercise daily, definitely. Okay. Anybody else who would like to give an example for the first conditional? Because I haven't heard much. Sheila May, if we try to understand each other, we will make it work. About relationships talaga. Yung iisa lang yung film ng kay Sheila, no? About relationships. Hindi na natin kailangan hulaan yung pinagdadaanan niya ngayon. Because, sabi nila, what comes out of your mind is really what's in your heart. So if beautiful things come out of your mind, it means you have a beautiful heart. If negative things come out of your mind, it only means bitter ka. Okay, done. Let's go. Let's move on to second conditional. So in the second conditional, the structure that you're gonna use is if, past simple, would, plus infinitive, okay? So in the second conditional, you use it for unreal or unlikely situations. So yung first conditional, guys, realistic. Real things that could happen. Ngayon naman, unreal or unlikely to happen or low chances of happening, okay? If I won the lottery, I would buy a big house. Unrealistic, di ba? Kasi, sobrang hirap manalo sa lottery. I mean, that's something that only lucky people, I don't know. I don't believe in luck, but yeah, napaka 5% chance. If you base on luck, you only have a 5% chance to win, right? The rest, 95%, it's negative. So, it's an unreal or unlikely situation. Next, if I were you, I wouldn't do that. Paano naging unreal to? Di ka naman pwedeng maging ako eh. Right? So you can't say if I were you. Pero, it's a condition. It's like giving an advice. Kung ako ikaw, ito gagawin ko. Right? So, if I were you, I wouldn't do that. If I were you, I would stick to my principles.
May mga even if, saan ba pasok?
Which one?
Even if.
Even if. Magkaiba po yan. Kasi pag sinabi natin even if, hindi siya, basta po conditionals if lang. Wala pong idadagdag na even or anything. Iba na po kasi ibig sabihin ng even if eh. Parang, yeah, something like that. For example, even if I study so hard, I still can't focus. Probably because the person is going through something in life. So, hindi siya mapapagod. Let's talk about that some other time, I guess. All right. What are the other samples of second conditional sentences? If I were in Paris right now, I'd splurge on shopping. It's unrealistic. I can't be in Paris right now. But if I were, yun yung gagawin ko. Gets? Another unrealistic situation could be if I were to be her mother, I'd discipline her more. But it's unrealistic. I can't be her mother. She has her own mother. Alam mo yung feeling na gusto mong bumahing pero hindi natuloy. It's so hard, guys. Okay, what other examples of unrealistic situations do you have in mind? Anybody from Zoom? I'm sorry? Vroom, vroom. Skirt. To the moon. Saan ka punta?
If I were
To the
you,
moon.
stand up and walk again.
If I were you. Oh, that's so inspiring. Kayo po talaga dapat nag-o-opening ng lecture eh. Di ba po? Nakaka-inspire mo yung mga examples niyo. If I were you, I'd what?
I would stand up
I would stand up
and walk.
and walk again. Are we talking about something physical or something figurative, such as going through something in life?
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Thank you po. Na-appreciate.
Relate siya doon. What ka relate doon, Delvin?
Ganda lang talaga.
I appreciate the little things you do to me.
Ayan yung mga banat ng mga in love talaga, oh. Yung mga inspired talaga, oh. On the way to Australia!
Dapat palagi ng tamo, be my lady.
Hindi mo pwede.
Ay, pwede.
Dapat po kami
She's already somebody else's lady.
Dapat.
Ooh. Pero hindi pa naman kasal eh.
It's always pure.
Ito nga po sabi ni Sir, ano? Yung nakatali nga mas madaling yung pizza.
Okay, guys, example sentences, please. Example sentences. I'm looking for the sentences. Huh?
Never mind.
I forgot it. I forgot. Again, please. Could you say it again?
Get yeasty.
If I were you, I'd appreciate the little things about you.
Okay, sige. Kilig 2.0. Charis. Okay. Unrealistic kasi nga you can't be me, right? If I could fly, I would visit every place I have ever dreamed of. Thank you so much, Sheila. That's a wonderful example of second conditional. Kasi sabi niya, if I could fly, right? Papunta na dyan si Peter Pan.
Ako man po meron.
Peter Pan.
Ako naman.
Okay, sige.
If I can go to heaven, I will have my family relatives.
That's a good example. Yeah, it's unrealistic because you can't go to heaven. Delvin, you can't go to heaven. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Mamata ka mo.
Ikaw gumawa ng sentence na yun, di ba? Unrealistic. Sabi doon, unreal. Ako? My face is red. Hello! Actually, kahapon pa namumula yung face ko. I don't know why. Kasi siguro may sipon ako. Or a little bit sick, I guess. Or maybe it's just the blush. I'll give you my blush reco later.
Hindi ko nag-ito.
Ay, sorry sorry Kailangan ko kasi mag-makeup. Sorry Teka lang, tatanggalin ko. Nangaano ka eh. Nangaano ka kasi. Ganun ba kasi? Sensitive skin. Alright. Pag sa susunod na lecture ko, di ko pala kaya yun. Okay, so, tama naman yung example na binigay mo. If I were, kasi pwedeng, buhay ka pa nga kasi, so hindi, unrealistic pa na nasa heaven ka. Like, if I could write letters to heaven, I would write a letter to my mom, something like that, right? Okay, so anybody else who would like to give their examples? Si Delvin, ang sama natin kay Kelvin. Yung example mo daw. What?
I will adult, I will bark all you.
No. Picture ko ang chaotic. Parang yung ko i-upload to.
Pakasal tawag.
May na nga, pinagkakaisahan ka nila Delphine, no? Si Sheila May naman. Sabi niya, di mo sure, Delphine. Si Sheila, nakita mo na yun. She was wearing glasses. Nalilito ka na sa mga binolo dito.
Kaya kaya.
Sheila May, ba't kilala ka niya? Oh, sabi niya, di mo sure, Delphine. Oh, di ba?
Kasi Sheila May.
Oh, di ba? Naalala niyo bigla. Ito yung naging convo namin. Okay. Sheila May, parang hindi nanghihiram ng ballpen. Uy! Nanghihiram ka daw ng ballpen sa kanya.
Pagaling ko nga grammar.
Yeah, that one. She's the one. She's the one. Ito naman, nag-explain pa talaga. You made it even more clear to people now. So, wow, sikat ka pala dito sa Niner. Kilala ka lahat ng kaklase mo dito. Ano hindi sisikat? Sinabi na niya.
Ibuli bang nakangita eh. Yung mga ngiting pala doon, ngiting panalo. Wow. Sige na, sumabi ako.
Ang hirap na mo yung Gen Z na mga estudyante, no? Very active. Okay. So, gets nyo ba yung second conditional, guys? And this is the last one, which is the third conditional. Sige na, tatapusin ko na para makapag-activity kayo. Used for past situations that didn't happen. If she had studied, she would have passed. If I had gone to bed early, I wouldn't have missed the train. If again, there's a song. If ever you're in my arms again, this time I love you forever. Diba? If ever you're nag-duet pa talaga eh, no?
Kaya hindi tayo magkaroon sa sero nung tayo-tayo lang.
Actually, nung Christmas party, ganun ginawa namin. Pero wala na kayo dito noon. December pa yun. Agahan na natin yung Christmas party.
Stage cake. Isang renta.
Where?
Parang mas maganda nga ako yun.
Diba? Mas gusto ni Sir Argel na siya naman mag-intermission. Go! Kantsawan mo, dali. Total, tapos na yung third conditional, oh.
Nisisar ng mo pero sa wala.
Alam mo, visit ka talaga, Delphine. Kantsawan mo na siya naman mag-intermission.
Do it.
Dalawa pa naman yung mic ko.
Hindi na do it. Do it.
I have extra batteries here. Try nga natin if it's gonna work. Okay. Araw-araw po yan nagpa-practice. May audience siya. Ang dami niyang audience lagi. Di ba, Delphine? Christmas party? You wanna join the Christmas party?
Yung mga nawawala, hindi na ito mapalit. Hindi habang meron.
October pa lang. Christmas party agad.
Para sa iyo, babalik mo.
Kung para sa yun, babalik yun, Eka. Guys, ano na?
Para example tuloy na, if I would still be here on Christmas.
Will you still
I would attend.
Will you still be here on Christmas? Or will your Christmas wish come true early? Let's find out kung sino ba makaka-attend. Pero yung mga hindi pa naman umaalis, umattend sila ng Christmas party that time. It was really fun. And I remember there was this student, nilibre niya kami. Like, we went out. We had like the party here, and then we went out. and we had some drinks. Kaso I regret that kasi nahirapan ako umuwi. Ang layo kasi ng bahay namin. But anyways, yeah, that was really fun and memorable.
Dapat ano, ma'am,
What?
hindi pa nag-take na exam para wala kagam ano, hindi.
But it was Christmas party, so whether you have taken the exam or not, you're welcome to join. So kung nandito pa kayo, why not, right? We can organize one. Okay, can you make an example sentence using the third conditional? If she had studied, she would have passed. So gagamitin yung past participle, ah. If I had woken up early, I could have I wouldn't have missed the bus. Or if I auditioned for the role, I could have gotten the slot. Something like that. Or would have. Sige, gamitin natin would have. If I had eaten breakfast, I wouldn't have acid reflux right now. Right? Past situations that didn't happen.
If I made the right decision in my process, I'm not like
I would have.
Hindi ako ganito ngayon.
I wouldn't have been here.
Kaya mas maganda yung word.
I would have had a better life. If I had made the right decisions in the past, I would have had a better life. Yun ba yung ibig mong sabihin? But you know what? That's okay because bad decisions will always lead to something beautiful. Yes, Cassie.
If I didn't eat a lot of sweets, my tummy would hurt.
If I hadn't eaten a lot of sweets, my tummy would have not hurt. Yes, okay, that's right. If I had stayed in my comfort zone, I wouldn't have grown. Wow, that's so inspiring, Sheila. I love it. It's like a wake-up call to everyone. If I had stayed in my comfort zone, I wouldn't have grown. Kung nagstay lang daw siya sa comfort zone niya, sana hindi siya mag-grow. Yeah, would you like to give additional insight about that?
Mahirap pag lumabas ka sa comfort zone.
It's always going to be hard. Getting out of your comfort zone will take a lot of effort, will take a lot of time, will take a lot of brave behavior. Ganun. Sacrifice, yes, that's right. But you have to make the decision, right? If you want to achieve something else in life, or if you want to be free from something, probably.
Saka pag women's po, sa there's no learning that. Tapos may sarili na initiative din na balik din.
Yeah, it could happen. But hopefully, if you make right decisions, then right things will also happen. Basta ano, dapat positive lang, optimistic. All right, so example sentences, please. Yes.
If I keep painting, finish my artwork in time.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Pero gamit tayo ng past simple. If I kept painting, I would have finished.
Yeah.
Kept. Past simple siya.
Spelling mo lang.
Kept. K-E-P-T. Ikaw si ma'am. Just kidding. Okay, guys. If you understood all the conditionals, let's have the activity. Okay? Sige. Let's answer this. Fill in the blanks. Kiko always does well. She blank studied a lot.
Yep.
Modal of probability. Ang modals lang natin, ito
Mark, may ganun.
Can, could, may, might, will, would, must, shall, should. Kaya sabi ko sa inyo, take note. Ito yung mga modals of probability. Must, could have, can, can't. Huh? Yeah, I will give you a copy later of this. So, sige, hindi ko na babalikan sagutan na natin. So, Kiko always does well. She must have studied a lot. Right? Yung mga sagot nyo.
She could have.
She could have studied a lot. Pwede rin naman. Number 2, that woman drives a luxury car. She could have a lot of money. Or she must have a lot of money. Pwede rin must. Diba? That woman drives a luxury car. She must have a lot of money.
Everywhere.
Could have been. A fox could have been in the bin. Could have been in the bin. It sounds similar.
Could.
Ayun. Okay. Wait. May answer key nga pala ako dito. Pero tama naman yung mga sagot nyo, guys. Tama. Number 3, the answer is a fox could have been in the bin or must have been. Okay? All right. Next, modals of ability. Okay, wait guys, wait. Pwedeng i-interchange nyo yung must study or must have studied. She must studied a lot. She must have studied a lot. And then, let's move on to modals of ability. Blank, you swim when you were 10. So, ang modals of ability natin, could, couldn't, could, can,
Could you?
can't. Yun lang, ha? Could, couldn't, can, can't. Yun lang yung mga choices. So, can you swim when you were 10? Or could you swim? Ano sa tingin niyo yung tama? Can or could?
Could.
Can kasi ability yon. Pansinin niyo yung tense. When you were 10. So, dapat, could you swim when you were 10? Kasi nasa past na siya, right? Could you swim when you were 10? Can you swim now? Okay, can you swim? Ibig sabihin ngayon, tinatanong kita, marunong ka ba lumangoy? Can you swim? Pero since tinatanong kita, nung 10 years old ka, if you could swim, the question is, could you swim when you were 10? Is it clear? He blank arrive on time even after missing the train. Ang choices lang po natin sa modals of ability is can, can't, could, couldn't.
Ano kung yung mas able to yun?
Mamaya pa yun. Okay. He blank arrive on time even after missing the train.
Even could because make it
Yon, he could arrive on time even after missing the train.
I can fix the computer.
I blank fixed the computer yesterday.
Can.
Hindi pwedeng can kasi yesterday eh. I can fix the computer. It means di pa siya gawa, right? I can fix the computer. Pero since Yesterday, I could. I couldn't or I could. Pwedeng I couldn't, pwedeng I could. Depende sa'yo kung nagawa mo ba or not. I could fix the computer yesterday. I couldn't pala. Yung tamang sagot lang sa number 3, I couldn't. Sorry. I got confused. Ibig sabihin nun, hindi niya nagawa. Diba? Kasi pag sinabi mong I could, pwedeng sa future. I couldn't fix the computer yesterday. That's the right answer. Mali kasi itong answer key. It's confusing. That's why. Hanapin ko nga yung tama. Okay. All right. Now, obligation and permission. Ang choices nyo ay must, have to, should. Must not, mustn't, or
Yung mas
shouldn't.
should not.
Ito lang yung choices, guys. Mustn't, don't, doesn't.
Mahusay. You must.
Yun lang wala yung choices, guys. You blank, tell anyone it's a secret. Mustn't. You mustn't tell anyone it's a secret. Alam mo naman you must tell. Di ba? Okay, next. We blank pay to enter the museum. Must. We must pay to enter the museum. Hindi siya negotiable. So, kailangan mo magbayad talaga, right? Number 3. You blank be late for the exam. You mustn't be late. You mustn't be late for the exam.
Hindi lang pilihan pa.
Ba't po kasi may mali lang yun, guys. Huwag niyong pansinin. Yun nga yung tama. Must, mustn't, shouldn't. Pwede na namang you should be late. You shouldn't be late for the exam, di ba? Pwedeng you mustn't be late for the exam. You shouldn't be late. Yung mustn't be late, it expresses non-negotiable situation. You mustn't be late. Pero since ina-advisean lang naman kita, you shouldn't be late for the exam. Magkaiba na yung tono. Kasi pag mustn't, ibig sabihin nun, huwag ka malilate. Ako yung, let's say, ako yung test invigilator. You mustn't be late for the exam. Pero since friend mo lang ako, you shouldn't be late for the exam. So, the words that you use changes the tone of the sentences. Right?
Hindi niya na ito. At instruction ko.
Ang alin?
Yung mananalo. Sa instruction ko, itong mimilihan sa doon.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, ito. Zero conditional. Zero conditional. If we review that. So, these are pertaining to facts and general truths. If people eat too many sweets, they... Yes, that's right. If you mix water and electricity, you... You get a shock. You get a shock, right? They cry, yes. If babies are hungry, they cry. Hindi cry lang. Kasi nga, if babies are hungry, they cry. Kumbaga, it's a general truth, it's a fact na kapag gutom yung babies, umiiyak sila, right? Don't complicate it. It's just a general truth. Okay, first conditional talks about things which might happen in the future. If I had studied, I could pass the test. Tama ba? If I study, I can pass the test. Wait lang. Nalilito ako. Ang pattern nito, simple tense lang. Simple present tense lang. If I study, I can pass the test. Okay? Yun yung pattern niya.
Alin yung kailangan sa yun? May dalawang blank para...
Yes. So number 2, ano yung simple present ng rain? Rains. If it rains, we stay inside. We'll stay inside. If it rains, we'll stay inside. Okay? So, yung first conditional kasi, guys, things that will happen in the future. If she doesn't come, we won't go without her. We won't go without her. Right? May magpapa-coaching ba today? Or ano, magpapa-coaching ka? But you said you want to have a coaching session with me. We can, if we're gonna go home together, I'm still gonna wait for this to download. So, might as well do the coaching session. Para tomorrow, super ready ka na kay sir, right? Yeah, Sir Kevin will be here tomorrow for the coaching. Pero okay lang kasi gusto ko pumasok ng Saturday. Bakit kaya? Joke lang. Curious lang naman ako.
Meron sa coaching.
In the coaching session, you will be interviewed by one of the coaches, either me or Sir Kevin. Pero every session, isa lang yung coach naka-assign. We can't be here together. So if it's him, it's just gonna be him tomorrow. And then if it's me, then it's gonna be me. You're gonna have an interview like the real speaking test. So actually, if you have not yet attended a speaking lecture, you're not yet advised to have a coaching session. Kasi you need to have prior knowledge in order for you to undergo the mock test. So, yun. Last time, nag-content speaking si Sir Kevin last week. So, if you want naman, you can replay the lecture. So, ginoin ka na ba ni... okay, sige. Inad ka na niya ni Sir Kevin or ni Sir Roel. They added you? He added you on Facebook. Are you friends on Facebook?
Pero
You have to be friends so that he can invite you. But if you want, we can be friends. And I can invite you. I'll find you na lang. What's your name?
Kelvin ba? Kelvin.
Ito. Okay. Right. Let's continue. We still have 10 minutes. Okay, so let's move on to second conditional. All right. If I blank rich, I blank the world. Second conditional. If I were rich, I could travel the world. How about you guys? What's your answer? Pay attention to the pattern, ah. Balikan natin yung pattern ng second conditional. Ito yung mga sinasabi kong pattern. If plus present simple plus will. Ito namang second conditional. If past simple, would infinitive. Alright? So, balikan natin. Present simple tsaka would infinitive, ah. If I am rich, I would travel the world. No, if I'm rich. Kasi present. Present simple. Tama ba? Guys? If he studies harder, he would have gotten better grades. If he study harder. O game. Ay, past simple pala tsaka will infinitive pala to. I mean, second conditional. Past simple tsaka would. Ulitin natin guys, wait. If I were rich, I would travel the world. If he studied harder, he would have gotten better grades. If I were you, I would have taken the job. So yun yung pattern.
Ano ako? Ano? Passport.
Yeah. Past at saka past participle. Okay? Lalagyan mo ng would pag second conditional. Kasi di ba pag second conditional, it's something that could happen in the future. What else? Things in the future that are probably going to be true. Okay? So, yun. If I were you, I would have taken the job. Third conditional naman. Describe a situation that didn't happen and imagine the result of the situation. If she had studied, she could have passed the exam. Diba yun yung pattern? Tingnan niyo ulit yung pattern, ah. Would have. Would have. Wouldn't have. Okay? So, if she had studied, she would have passed the exam. She could have passed the exam. If we had left earlier, ito yung may had, guys. If we had left earlier, we would have caught the bus. If I had not forgotten my phone, I would have called you. Okay? So, that's it for the activity. Guys, eto, summary lang to. Modal verbs show ability, obligation, possibility, and permission. And they can change slightly depending on the tenses and on the context. Okay? And conditionals have 4 degrees, 0, first, second, and third. So 0 conditional means we're talking about facts or general truths. First conditional, realistic future. Second conditional, unrealistic present or future. And the third conditional, unreal past. Okay. Hindi pa tayo tapos, ah. Discuss with a partner. Can you find a partner? Ayan, sakto. 6 kayo. Find the partner. So, what would you do if you won the lottery? Use the conditionals, please.
Ano? Ito mag-diet to if you. Tayo pala yan naman.
What?
Hindi ako mag-alas. Para sa lahat, ikaw naman.
I want that.
Gusto ko yung pagkasigan. Susuntukin kita.
Kung sila pala yung mag-join, tayo, ginagawa.
Oo nga.
Ilan pa ko, pero di din.
Para sa mga nasa Zoom, pwede din kayo mag-participate, guys. So, andito tayo. Yung topic na to, unrealistic, ah. So, nandun tayo sa pag unrealistic, ano nga yung gagamitin na conditional? Second conditional. Right? So, past at saka would infinitive. If I had won the lottery, I would.
Hindi na ayun. Partner eh.
Kanya-kanya kayo ng sagot, syempre. May sarili siyang sagot, may sarili kang sagot. Ganon. Ganon. Shh.
Partner.
Talk about it. Lu. Wow! Nag-LQ pa nga sila dito. Ano ba yan? Ang cute naman.
What would you kung I like a lot of free time, I would give about this. Like a lot of free time, I would
What must you do every day before going to school? Or before going to IELTS?
I want you to dapat
Mga ganyang banat talaga, oh. If I want you daw. If I want you.
kasi kung nanalo na din ako ng loto.
Oh my God! Sige nga, sabihin mo, complete sentence, please. If I won you, I would have felt like I won the lottery. Perfect! Right? What else?
Makakuha ko yun. Ano, bet na yun.
Yeah? Sige, yung mga nasa likod, pakisagot niya po yung tanong.
Tama po ba yung if I won the lottery, I will buy luxury cars.
I would buy, yeah. If I had won the lottery, I would buy luxury cars. Oh my God. This is so sweet. Okay, answers. What would you do if you won the lottery? If I won the lottery, I would hire a gunman. Charis, serial killing pa rin yung topic eh, no?
Paano yung sa tunang? Must you do every day before going to school?
What must you do every day before going to school?
Ang nakakatawa.
Sige. Sure kang matutuwa ako. Sige.
If I won the lottery, I will sell my key. I will sell my key.
Bakit?
Wala po, like, diba?
Ano? Nanalo ka na nga ng lottery sa sell mo may kidney mo?
Kaya ang ganda ka.
Natutuwa ako kasi di ko na-gets. Okay, what's your answer? If you won the lottery, what would you do with that cash?
Marami ka ng pera.
I would buy... Ano tawag sa van na may bahay? What do you call that? A camper? No, like
RV.
yung talagang may toilet, may bed,
RV. Recreational.
an RV. I would buy an RV, get my...
Parang sila Gio.
Pero ayoko dito sa Pilipinas, gusto ko sa US. Para aesthetic. Aesthetic.
Parang din ko yun, yun yung bus na rin. Bakit?
Alam mo, nang gagaya ka ng pangarap.
Yung bata ko. Yung sinabing bata.
I'm 6 years older than you, so nauna ko. As a competitive person, sorry, hindi talaga ako papatalo. Mas matanda lang, pero hindi ako matanda, okay?
Mga na.
Hindi na mo in there again in Greece after your stay there.
I'm sorry?
That's good already.
Have I been back to Greece? Not yet. But hopefully in the near future, because I have lots of friends there. And I would really want to reconnect and, rekindle the friendship. Actually, my first crush was from there. He had blue eyes. You didn't know he had blue eyes? And he has like fair skin. Oh my God. Blonde hair. Oh my God. Sa Pilipinas, walang... Charot.
Ano yung password?
Passport. My passport? No, I was born in the Philippines, so it's a Philippine passport.
Pero nung ilang taon ko kasi yung nag-stay,
7.
hindi ko ay nag-care.
No, I was there illegally, I think. Charot. Hindi kasi yung na-extend yata yung visa ko. It kept extending because
Malo.
at that time they were just paying someone in the embassy, I think. Mayaman kasi yung
Huwag mo parang dito pizza.
I think. But I don't exactly know how it worked because I was really young back then. So, yeah. How old do you think I am? Wait.
98.
Ah, really?
Nag-blush na naman.
Grabe siya sa akin. Hindi ko pwedeng, matuwa lang sa sagot niya because he said that I look like 28. But I'm not 28, actually.
Just to verify.
Namali ka sa 28, dinagdagan mo. Bakit ganun?
Just verify.
I'm 32, actually. I'm 32. But nobody really believes it. Huy, nobody really Ang tapang na iya.
Siguro may karanggalis.
That's what you call confidence. It's nothing else than confidence, okay? Yung mga words mo, Delphine, no? Geng-geng, may karga. Ano yan? Tinuturuan mo kami ng mga Jejemon. Ayoko ng Jejemon words. It doesn't fit my personality,
Sige. Natawag sa ganun. Kala ko pang inis ganun.
And you can't use the Jejemon words in IELTS, please. Okay?
Hindi ko alam.
So anyways, guys, na-discuss nyo na yan sa isa't isa. Hindi ko na i-check. You can be dismissed. I'll see you again on Saturday if you're gonna be here on Saturday. Because I'm definitely gonna be here on Saturday. Yeah. So, Yung mga nasa Zoom, thank you so much for your participation and your time. See you tomorrow. Mag-attend kayo ng coaching. I highly encourage everyone to attend the coaching session kasi ang konti na lang ang papakoach ha. Bye!
Ah,